On the edge of a vast, stormy sea, there stood a lighthouse, weathered by time and tempest. It was home to an old keeper named Elias, who had spent nearly 40 years guiding ships to safety. His world was one of solitude, broken only by the crashing waves and the occasional letters from his daughter Lily, who lived in the bustling city miles away. Lily was Elias's only family, and though they had once been inseparable, life had pulled them apart. After her mother's passing, Lily had sought to escape the suffocating stillness of the lighthouse. She had dreamed of a vibrant life, filled with art and music, far from the haunting cries of the sea. Elias, understanding but heartbroken, let her go, though he wrote to her every week without fail. One stormy night, as the wind howled and waves lashed against the rocks, Elias heard an unfamiliar sound, a faint knock at the lighthouse door. Surprised, he opened it to find a young man drenched and shivering. "My boat capsized," the man gasped. "I barely made it to shore." Elias took him in, offering dry clothes and a warm meal. The man, who introduced himself as Samuel, was a traveling musician. As he recovered, he played soft melodies on a battered violin he had managed to save. The music filled the lighthouse, reviving memories Elias had buried long ago. Over the next few days, Samuel shared stories of his travels and listened to Elias speak of Lily. "She was always drawn to music," Elias said wistfully. "Perhaps that's why she left. This place couldn't hold her spirit." When the storm cleared, Samuel prepared to leave but promised to return. True to his word, he began visiting regularly, bringing with him tales of distant lands and songs that seemed to breathe life into the old lighthouse. Slowly, the villagers who had long avoided the desolate cliffs began gathering at the lighthouse to listen. One day, Samuel brought news that startled Elias. "I met someone in the city," he said, "a young artist named Lily. She looks a lot like you." Elias's heart raced. "Lily? My Lily?" "Yes," Samuel replied. "She spoke of a lighthouse and a father she misses but doesn't know how to return to." Elias's hands trembled as he wrote his next letter to Lily, pouring out his heart. He invited her to visit, assuring her that the lighthouse, though old and battered, was still her home. Weeks passed, and one golden evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Elias heard the sound of footsteps outside. He opened the door to see Lily standing there, her eyes filled with tears. "I'm sorry it took me so long," she whispered. Elias embraced her tightly, his voice choked with emotion. "You're here now. That's all that matters." That night, as Samuel played his violin and Lily painted the sunset, the lighthouse came alive in a way it hadn't in decades. Villagers brought lanterns, their flickering lights mirroring the stars above, and the once isolated lighthouse became a beacon of community and hope. Elias, sitting quietly amidst the laughter and music, felt a deep sense of peace. For the first time in years, the lighthouse wasn't just guiding ships, it was guiding hearts back home.